Hello, Pisces, and welcome to January. Oh, Pisces, I'm so excited for you. The North Node of Destiny will be moving into your sign for the next year and a half until July 26, 2026. And the South Node will move into your house of Other, the seventh house. This will break you out of the Saturn pinch you've been feeling since he moved into your first house. The ascendant, which is, the vehicle that you travel through in this earthly realm. It's the face and the body that the world sees us in and is the most important axis in the chart. That's the first house, the seventh, the fourth, and the 10th. These are our major axes. If it's your sun, it's your health and vitality, your career and father. Moon, it's mother, home, family, roots, property, your etheric body, and can represent your emotional health as well as physical. The energy for the shift started to occur with the lunar Pisces eclipse in September. I drew a tarot card for you for that eclipse and described it in detail, and we'll link the video for you in the description box down below, as well as all the important dates that I will mention in this video. Saturn moved into your sign and will be leaving by May 24th to move into Aries, your second house. But since he's been on your sign or in your first house, you may have noticed the first signs of aging, struggling with eye health or skin issues with your bones, dryness, hair drying out. Maybe that first gray hair popped up. But on a positive note, Saturn gives you sovereignty and authority, which I think is a good thing for Pisces, because Pisces can be the most boundaryless, most empathetic sign of all the signs. And Saturn, I think, has definitely been helping you become more strict with boundaries for your own health and well-being. The North Node into your sign is going to be like an adrenaline rush, shaking up Saturn, especially by the time of the Saturn North Node conjunction, which will happen at the end of March, exact April 18th through the 22nd, and felt until the end of May. The North Node in your first house can have you more focused on yourself, what you want to do in the world, where you want to live, as this is the main axis and an important angle of the chart, and where there will be almost insatiable hunger to make changes in your life and for yourself and about yourself. The South Node will be in Virgo, your seventh house of Other, and you could be letting go of a partnership in business or love over the next year and a half, or really until the last eclipse that will be in Virgo, which won't be until February 20th, 2027. So there's going to be an extended amount of time with a focus on you, Pisces. If a partner leaves your life, alternately, past life love can come in for you right after this, over this time period, as well as the eclipses that are happening on this axis are huge portents and portals of change, and can also signify important people coming into your life. Alternatively, if you're not looking for a new partner, you will be more focused on the me part instead of the we. Absolutely, for sure. Wherever Rahu, aka the North Node, goes, there is a massive drive and focus. And where the South Node sits, there is a letting go. One thing I like to point out is that Ketu, or the South Node, does not block. That's Saturn's job. Ketu is the tail of the dragon that sweeps away old karmic stories. It's the node of past lives, and the head of the dragon is Rahu, an all-consuming, hungry mouth that wants to devour whatever is in the house that it sits in. It's fated with the North Node, but it's also unfamiliar territory and can seem very scary at first, and you might be more reluctant to start making these changes at first. And a lot of times we want to stay in that South Node where we're very comfortable. But you will be destined to be changing things. You may want to change your look somehow, maybe a more sexy look. Rahu is foreign in nature and a bit wild and does not care much for convention. You can invest in cosmetic surgery, change how you express yourself out in the world, especially since Jupiter rules you in Sagittarius. And Sag for you is the 10th house of the public face, title, career, and fame. Jupiter will move into your fifth Cancer house, a sign that Jupiter is exalted in by June, and will stay there until 2026. And this is wonderful. I love this for you. And because Jupiter will be beaming over your ruler, a trine over to Saturn and the North Node in your first house, further breaking up a Saturn story or healing an identity issue, helping you use your creativity to change what you do for a living or to become known or recognized or even famous for creative work, painting, music, art, film, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, any visual art or via camera, film, etc. You rule film, and with the fifth house of theater and the stage and creativity being lit up starting this June, you could be in the spotlight or become an actress or an actor, prominent or famous somehow over the course of the next 2 years by using your talents. Jupiter in Cancer, starting in June for a year, will form a grand water trine with your first house, the fifth house of luck and creativity, love and romance, children and winning, and sports, and the ninth house of Scorpio, foreign lands, distant shores, foreign language, travel, publishing, gurus, higher education, legal and law settlements. Any of these topics can crystallize around the time of the Saturn North Node conjunction. At the end of March, it will be exact, this conjunction, April 18th through the 22nd, and felt until the end of May. Saturn is not all bad, and if you've been working on something and putting the efforts in consistently, you can receive a gift and have it materialize at the time of the conjunction. And again, this would be first house related, possibly in terms of your body, your image, your appearance. Maybe you're starting to work now on something with improving your body, and by the time of that exact conjunction, April 18th through the 22nd, you will look unrecognizable, maybe losing a lot of weight. As with Saturn in the first house, you can lose weight. Rahu gives rapid changes where it goes, and it speeds up timelines. So it could really be shaking up that, Saturn stagnancy. You can get a tattoo, become more spiritual, become more confident and empowered, go from eating meat to being a vegetarian to vegan, leave an unhealthy relationship, change where you live and what you do and what you want to do for a living. It's an extremely powerful transit on such an important angle, the first house. And if something like this isn't crystallizing by that time, not to worry. This conjunction will show where you want to make those changes, and you will. And you'll have time to do it, as the node of fate is with you now until July 2026. As Saturn will retrograde back into your sign this year as well, and give you a final chance to make these changes and to leave a parting gift. Just remember, Saturn never rewards without effort, without consistent effort, I might add, being put in. The North Node that had been in your Aries second house of what you eat, your mouth, also your diet, immediate family, self-worth, bank accounts, land, farms, cattle, fine wines, food, luxury items since July 2023. Had you making changes there, kind of in preparation for this move of the North Node into your sign. So that may explain a diet and body change as well. If you had any goals that you wanted to accomplish in the second, like becoming more independent, which I'm sure you may have stopped relying on a partner's resources, even if you had to take a job you didn't necessarily love, just so that way you could stand more firmly on your own 2 feet with your own income, and started depending more on yourself to take care of you, or drawing boundary lines with immediate family, you started to value yourself more while the node of fate was here, and the South Node was in the shared intimacy and resource house of the 8th. You may have even let go of a relationship where there was an imbalance, toxicity, unhealthy, or if you didn't let go of one, maybe the problems came up to be healed as the South Node was sitting there and can bring up the issues so they can be swept away. Maybe improved a current relationship and did some necessary healing or therapy. If these things didn't happen, you have one more solar eclipse happening in Aries on March 29th at 8 degrees, affecting you most from 4 to 14 degrees with Aries or Libra placements, or Cancer or Capricorn. And the solar eclipse brings something new into that second house for you. So this could materialize as a new income, new job, land or property purchase opportunity, positive changes within your immediate family, your possessions and assets, financial portfolios covered by the second house. And this energy will continue for 6 months out after the eclipse until the completion by the Aries full moon in October. There will be a Saturn Neptune conjunction here as well, showing any weaknesses or where you need to strengthen that house, whether it's taking a dream of making money from a spiritual practice or create a business or increasing your assets, etc. The Saturn Neptune conjunction can bring realism to a dream and help it become true. Neptune will move in on the 30th of March, the day after the eclipse, into your Aries house, and Saturn will move off of your ascendant, yay, into your second house of Aries on May 24th, and they will conjunct at 0 degrees. They'll retrograde back into your sign for a little bit before moving on and make this conjunction again on February 20th, 2026, again at 0 degrees. By the way, this is affecting Sun, Moon, Rising Pisces, the later half. The earlier of you have already been through all of this with the Saturn business, and now you're preparing for it to leave. I would say late degrees would be 25 degrees and up, which is the Fool. Again, the 0 degrees, back to the conjunction. 0 degrees represents a Fool card in the tarot and represents new beginnings, hope, and faith in the universe. So if you became aware of a skill set you needed to increase for your finances, for example, at that first conjunction, which will happen on May 24th, then did the necessary work by the time of the second conjunction next year of February 2026, you can see the results from the efforts that you put in. So apply that to what you want to accomplish in that second house area Come up with a plan now, if you haven't already, to bake in the strength, success, and longevity of this conjunction into the story. Lastly, Jupiter will move into your Cancer 5th house, a sign that is exalted. A sign that Jupiter is exalted in is Cancer. This moves in, this happens in June, and will stay there until 2026. This is wonderful for you, Pisces. I know I mentioned it before. Did I mention Jupiter will beam a trine over to the North Node and Neptune in your 1st house, further breaking up that Saturn story, healing an identity issue, helping you use your creativity to change what you do for a living, being recognized for creative work, painting, music, art, film, YouTube. Let me pause this because I feel like I may have said this already. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself there, but once again, because this is going to be so wonderful, and I think it's something for Pisces to really look forward to, and I think you do need something to look forward to because I know you have been going through it. I have a lot of Pisces in my family, so, I can just tell based off of everything that I've been watching. Jupiter in Cancer, again, happens in June. Again, will form that grand water trine, 1st house to the 5th to the 9th. And you could win legal settlements, the lottery, become well-known in a different country, different from your own. You can find true love. I don't think I mentioned that before. And it could be somebody who's foreign or from a faraway land, a teacher or a spiritual person or an astrologer, or someone who works with the occult or the tarot through some other creative work. You could meet them, or you can meet them in a work setting that deals with creativity or spirituality or teaching or children. I don't think I mentioned that before. I think it's going to be an exciting and long overdue next 2 years for you, Pisces. Take care, and please like, share, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you in February.